So, we pick back up with our game after close to 30 minutes have passed, essentially. As you come back in, eating, relaxing, trying to avoid the landmine that is the conversation and the thing that just happened out there that Edward is seemingly not trying to even touch. As it's basically the end of the dinner and Edward's cleaning up the mess of all the food and just the preparation currently.
Can Reeve help him?
Of course he can if that's what Reeve wants.
Yeah, I want. Reeve wants to help Edward clean stuff up.
I want to help clean too. I was gonna say that, but you beat me.
Alright, you can help clean as well.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean that.
Also, Celia, you might have to mute and unmute when you're talking.
Oh, that's loud. Sorry.
Okay. So yeah, you just start helping him cleaning up. He's very appreciative of you doing it.
Sorry.
Can Reeve get the sense, like, I don't know, would it be maybe insight? Can I look at Edward and maybe get the sense if he really doesn't want to talk about what just happened earlier? Or?
It doesn't seem like he's trying to make it all that unnoticeable. That it's like, yeah, let's just ignore that.
Does Edward seem worried?
Give me an insight. Nah, he seems fine.
Yeah, he's totally fine.
He's not sweating it. Not at all.
I want to ask. Sorry, go for it.
Go ahead.
I wanted to ask Edward, what's the first thing he's gonna do once we get his son back? If we get his son back, I guess. No, when we get his son back. I'm sticking with that.
Aww.
First, give him the greatest hug that he's had in all his life. And then, I don't know, possibly travel. I think we've done just about as much as we can here, and if I see him again, I don't want him to be subjected to any more horrible things that this place has.
Anywhere particular you want to go?
He just shakes his head no as he continues to scrub dishes.
Is there a window in this room?
Yes, near the kitchen door, and the kitchen, where he had the fishing poles out of.
Can Ardeen go peek at it and see if there are any scratch marks on it, like the other places?
Make an investigation.
Nope.
You see a bunch of scratch marks on the window.
Did they look similar?
You can't tell because they're overlapping to each other too much.
Okay. That's it. That's all. I just wanted to check.
Looks like you did see scratch marks. A lot of them.
Patronize.
So
What time is it now?
It's around 7:30, getting close to it. The sun's already down. Most of the life in the city is already started to dwell off. People already got home and pretty much spending time with their families, eating their dinners, all that fun stuff.
All right. I'm gonna say to our dean. So we're gonna We're gonna head straight for the Knight Commander after this, right?
Yeah, I think we need to go check stuff out. I'm gonna look at Edward. I'm gonna say, Edward, are you gonna be okay?
I've been okay this far. Excluding earlier today, but I can guarantee you that I'm not going to be running into any guards anytime soon.
Probably wise for right now.
Is there anything you need before we leave?
Only thing I need is to see my son again.
Oh.
That's something we can do.
Okay, well, thank you for the dinner. It was really, really good.
Thank you for the help.
Thanks, bye.
Let's make our way out from here.
On the way out, I want to look at... On the way out, I want to look at the other window and see if there are also scratch marks.
Good investigation.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's better.
This one looks like there's scratch marks, but it looks like to be from a small, almost avian-like animal.
Oh.
Pigeon.
Before we leave, can I ask Edward, do you guys have any pets?
No, I can't afford such things.
Do you ever have a bird come in here?
There's this annoying pelican that always flies by here, yes.
Okay. Well, good luck with your pelican.
He kind of just, like, furthers his brows, like, oh. Okay.
Thank you. We have to go to the... Yeah.
Peter saying.
Bye. Thank you.
You would wave you guys out as he would close the door behind him, as you all would exit out of Edward's home.
Back onto the street.
Okay, guys, let's go to Knight Commander office.
Actually, is Peyton still with us?
No.
No.
Wait, you didn't leave?
Yeah, I did leave. He has a date.
No, yeah,
yeah.
that's why I was curious. Like, did he already leave or no?
Yeah, he already left you guys.
Oh, okay. Damn it.
Do you know where Peyton went? Did you tell us where you went?
Well,
So
I mean,
you He heard. I didn't hear.
depending on what he, like, if we're implying like he heard everything, then he knew.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
I know he left, but or I guess yeah, now I would know he left. I'll tell our dean he has a date.
Oh my gosh, with who? Do we know? I bet it was before we knew. I don't need to know. It's his personal business.
It was a girl with glasses.
From the law thing?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, okay. I guess
we should head to the Knight Commander's thing. I was hoping he hadn't left yet because I wanted to take the dagger we slipped out with to the Knight Commander.
Oh. What dagger? Was I there? I don't think I was there.
No.
What dagger?
No, so I guess I'll explain to Ardeen as we head to the Knight Commander's zone. Found a dagger by Torik's bed.
Oh my.
Austin. And we didn't feel it was something to bring up to his dad, so.
Do you have it?
No, Austin does.
So, he took the dagger and then left to go on a date?
That's what it sounds like.
Well, okay.
We could always talk to him about it later.
Like what kind? Like a useful dagger? Like a art kind of dagger? They had a lot of art in there. Is it like this kid was into some things that his dad didn't know about? Or is it like, oh, look at this pretty ceremonial dagger. He has
I-
money from something.
I don't remember. It was like it's been a little while since I saw it.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be
Like, out
nice
of
to have
character.
notes?
I do have a note with a dagger. I just know it was a bronze hilted dagger. I don't remember anything
And it
about
was
it.
very detailed on how I described it. I even did it today, too.
You were detailed. Okay.
Sorry.
Well, good to know. There are some weird things happening.
Thought it was worth mentioning.
Yeah, probably. I feel like we should just go like as fast as we can so that the body doesn't get weird. We probably spent too long already.
Before it
I don't
gets
want to
washed
see it
away.
though. I don't want to
It's not
see it.
Actually, at that moment, Reeve is going to put a hand on Ardeen. It's alright. It's not easy, but it's something we have to get used to.
I did this so I could kill evil Grimm, not people. Not a fan of the dead people. Too many dead people.
Ardeen, you can't save everyone.
You know
Trust
what?
me.
We could try.
Reeve's going to stop walking and kind of hang his head in solemn.
Oh.
But you can't. Trust me, I've tried. And shaking it off, he's going to continue walking. Just kind of like hold his head up a little bit.
Oh. Oh.
As the
Pat on the shoulder.
scene progresses with Reeve kind of just stopping, looking at Ordine as she continues on as she says that, and just thinks that for a moment, and then shakes his head and walks forward as Matthias is just like looking up at Reeve as he's doing so, but silently. The three of you would continue your trek towards the Knight Commander's office. Meanwhile, this is about 15 minutes earlier. Ost, you find yourself in front of the meeting place. Did you do anything different with yourself? Describe how you enter into the scene, essentially.
Well, first of note, he had taken the bronze. He'd taken the serrated dagger, the bronze hilt,
Thank you.
from his pants, and he had put it. He wrapped it in kind of one of his clothes, and put it, kind of stuffed it deeper into his pack, and on the way over there, and he kind of ran his fingers through his hair. Would there let's see now. He had kind of he had used his disguise kit and some like tools in it to clean up himself a bit and make himself look more than presentable. Doesn't look like he had waken up sitting next to the dumpster. Definitely had taken off the mire and the dirt to look like, I mean, someone who's came from the middle class. And yeah, and
Do you take a swim in the river? You take a swim in the river?
Oh, he has perfume.
No, I'm
And
saying, did
or
you
that-
take a... Oh, you just used perfume instead?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Total musician.
nothing too strong. Just because the river does smell like river. Better smell nice than taking a dip in the river. He will actually go to, if there's a public restroom on the way, use one of his clothes, which is just uh, a finer quality of clothing.
Yeah.
Of a
Yeah, there's definitely a scene where you walk into one side of the bathroom and then out the other end, and just a different person essentially comes out.
yeah. That's too drastic, but he is cleaned up, and yeah, that's his thing. He still has his backpack and his guitar, and it's like the meeting.
So, you might get to the point where you should be meeting her in the front of the area, as there's this very large old clock on a pole that signifies what time it is and whatnot. As you sit there, as the camera turns to the clock hand, as it moves 10 minutes, then another 5, and then another 5, as we can hear crickets in the air at this point, as Peyton's just kind of standing there. Everybody else in the area is kind of standing there, and everyone else has already went to their homes. There's not many night prowlers in Center Hill, since most people have jobs, and people that are at doing things at night are good at not being seen while they're doing it. So you just are standing here underneath this singular street lamp that's emitting light in the area, as eventually you hear the pitter-patter of heels running in the distance. As you look into the direction, as you see Susan, not with how you saw her in the loose-fitting, comfortable evening attire that she was wearing before, but a really fancy blue and black dress that cascades down to almost towards her ankles, and a very long slit that moves up towards her knee, as she has a fine, almost animalistic overcoat that covers up just her shoulders, and you can see that the rest of the dress goes up to around her cleavage area, but doesn't have any shoulders. So it's a coat that's covering her shoulders, as she's tied her hair up into a bun and looked like she put full makeup on, as she doesn't have her glasses on at this point, which is different from when you saw her before. As she's just holding on to a small hand purse that's locked underneath her arm, and she's like, "I'm so sorry. That took longer than I thought. The last client was being rather difficult, and I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's fine. You didn't keep me waiting long at all. So, are you ready to go? By the way, you look ravishing.
Oh, thank you," she says with a chuckle.
One would actually wonder in this place how a flower can blossom and uproot itself right out from one of these beautiful gardens.
She kind of just smirks and holds her purse in front of her and rolls her shoulders back and forth. "Oh, stop."
Not unless you don't want me to. And he'll kind of have a smile, and he says, "Now, let's go in for that dinner."
"Did you have a place in mind?" she would say as she would come in. Just put a gentle hand underneath your arm so you can escort her on.
He says, yeah, I do. And he takes her by the arm and says, "We're a bit overdressed, but I think we'll be fine." more people to get jealous of this beautiful dove on my shoulder. And then he kind of strides on, and he'll take her to a place he knows of, and quite frankly, one of his key places that he takes Lily's out on is it's this really humble ramen shop. It's like a side bin, and he's known the guy forever, and at this time of night, it's got a good bit of a crowd just pouring in through, and
Yeah, she just seems
I'm
to
sorry,
have like
I'm
wide
sorry.
eyes and like looking over. He's like, wow, I normally don't eat on the southern district. Is this place good?
Susie, it's the best place in the city. And besides, the guy here, just things that he can do with a ramen. One of those little gems. And you just have to know where to look to find it.
So
Hey, in a corner for us. He'll kind of look over to Gregory. Over.
as he looks at you, he would give you a sigh as he picks his head up. I'll see you come back to my store again with someone new.
He says, Greg, meet Susan. Susan, meet Greg. He's kind of like a dad to me.
As Greg would move from over the counter, flipping the little passway over and comes over. He's a rather large man, big belly gut, and looks like he's suffering from balding, as you can tell. He tries to cover it by shaving his head, but you can see how the hair comes back, and it's like, oh yeah, he's definitely suffering from it. But has this very large and thick goatee. And just, you could tell his age just from the way that his eyes look as he comes, and just with a big hand goes and just clasps her hand, and it covers her entire hand, but shakes it firmly but not too strong. He's like, you gotta be careful with this one. You give him an inch, he'll take a mile.
He says, oh, Greg. I take 3 miles.
He's like,
But no, I don't take anything that I'm not owed anyways.
Oh,
Not at
well,
least that I give back.
well, it's very nice to meet you. It's like, come, you take back table, isolated.
Thank you, Greg. And he'll kind of lead her on and let her sit down first, like a gentleman. And then sit down himself. Even though this place is kind of, it's not high quality kind of restaurant, kind of a little bit crowded with the crowd coming in, but he's suave though.
Wow, the people here, they're so personal. I'm not... She's like saying it, she would scoot into the seat and just lay her handbag in her lap. It's like, oh, that's interesting. So, have you lived here long? Yeah, she watches you take your seat, and she's just happily engrossed in the environment. Her like green eyes just darting back and forth as everything's happening.
He says, yeah, I have all my life. This is, I can't imagine living anywhere else, You grew up knowing people. Always want to stay good to them, the ones that helped you out along the way. Like Greg over there. Yeah, that's... How about you?
Oh, well, me and my family, we've lived here for quite some time, actually.
Oh, really? Your family? How many brothers and sisters do you have? Or is it just you and your parents?
She kind of just chuckles as she rolls her shoulder and just twirls her hair on the other side. It's like, yeah, we have a large lot with us.
Ah, so envious. Only child. What is it like? Having siblings and such?
It's, to be honest, it can be a pain, but what family can't? I mean, things changed ever since I got left.
Oh, really? How did it change?
Oh, I just got my own place, and after living on my own, it makes things easier.
Mm-hmm. Are you happy living alone? Doing your job?
She looks like she's like about to say, it's like, no, I'm not very happy.
Oh, really?
I normally never get a chance to get out, so I was really glad that you asked me.
I'm really glad you accepted someone like you. It's like a beautiful star that gets covered up by clouds. That's what I see with you. And with glasses or not, your eyes sparkle just the same.
She would just shyly look down as she just smiled big. Which around this time the scene transitions as it gets back to the other side of the group. As you guys make your way to the night shift version of the Night Commander's office. As it seems like there's a skeleton crew right now as you enter the door.
Skeleton crew?
Literally skeletons. Like
I
no
don't know
one's
what that means.
right?
A skeleton crew? You don't know what that means?
Yeah. No.
It's basically a night shift. It's the minimal amount of people working, but enough that everything still works.
Oh, okay. Cool. Learn something new every day.
Is there anyone at the front desk? I'm assuming not. But...
As you look towards the front desk, you don't see anyone there, but you do see a cup that seems to be releasing off steam, so you assume somebody was there.
I look at Reed. Well,
we've been in here enough times before, right? We kind of get a basic lay of how to get to his office and so on and so forth.
It shouldn't be too difficult to get to his office, yes.
Do you want to go see if the Night Commander's there?
sure. I mean, they owe us some niceness, right? Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Onward! So we make our way to the Night Commander's office to knock on the door, see if he's still there.
As you head over in that direction, you turn down the hallway as you're immediately stopped by a man that just bumps, well, not really bumps, just like stops before bumping into you guys and stands there a little, not shocked, but taken off guard. It seems like he is dressed in a very formal attire, a very form-fitting suit that's not complemented by a tie, but it's open so you can see his white ironed undershirt. His hair seems to be done in a manner that it's curled backwards, but in a very formal way. Like it's curled so none of his curls are in his face and more pressed on the top of his head. He only has a singular curl that's falling down towards his left eye. As he has short hair, mind you, ear length. As he stops and looks at you all, it's like, oh, yes, can I be of assistance? As he's
Hello?
raising a brow.
Hello.
Hello?
We were called by Knight Commander Urine to come look at body? Huh?
Oh, you must be the huntsmen and huntresses then.
Yes, hello.
Hello, he says as he just brings his arm up, crossing it over towards his left chest, and just gives you a deep bow. You call me Gabe.
Nice to meet you, Gabe.
I'm the officer in command when the Knight Commander retires for the evening.
He's the Knight Commander. I will whisper under my breath because I think it's funny.
If you would like to call it like that, you can.
I mean, you're standing right in front of him having this conversation with him.
Yeah.
Can you show us the way to the morgue, wherever they're being kept?
If that's what you wish, I can. He said that you would be maybe coming by tonight. He also wanted me to get information about a shooting that happened in the Southern District. If you knew anything about it. I'm not too sure why this is a laughing matter.
It's not. Sorry, sir.
Do you want to tell him?
Well, see, we were just checking out the spot of the first murder, like we were told to do, and I was just standing on the edge, and someone shot at me, and luckily my really nice friend Matthias over here got me not hit, but then we tried to chase him down, because we were like, why are you shooting at us? And then we couldn't chase him down, he was too fast. That's what happened. Really guilty look on her face.
Well, luckily, we received a couple of incident reports earlier that described something very similar to this, so I'm sure that the Knight Commander will read all these in the morning, and I'll just clarify with him that your stories seem to match up.
Do you mean that someone gave incident reports of something else happening that was similar, or backing up our story?
The backing up of your story.
Oh, okay. I got really worried for a second there that this happened in, like, multiple places, but okay. It was just us.
Can, oh, darn. I want to also tell, Gabe that it's, he uses a rifle, but that's kind of all I know, and it shoots a lot of fire.
He also has this really cool cape that, like, does magical things for him.
The way you explain it sounds more like a huntsman than a random assassin.
Our thoughts exactly.
Mm-hmm. Have you heard of stories of anyone like this before? Or just that you know of?
I'll be honest, I haven't heard much of anything, mind you, since this is my third day being here in town.
Oh, you from?
I'm actually from Minstrel.
Oh, nice to meet you.
All the same.
Third day. So you just started?
In this town, at least.
Oh. Alright. Kind of an interesting time to show up then, right?
Things could be worse.
That's definitely true. Bodies. Before they get all weird, as our dean likes to put it.
Excuse me?
Can you show us to the bodies, please?
Please.
Yes, of course. This way. As he takes you to an immediate right that passes by a bunch of different cubicles that seem to be lights off, nobody's in here essentially. As you guys head through the cubicles to a door that seems to be at the end of this room. As he opens the door, and it leads into what seemingly looks like a break room, essentially. And to the right, there's this large steel door that he heads to. And when he pulls on it, it opens up, and inside you can see like gurneys and different medical tools that's in this room, in this very large sink that seems to be large enough to basically put an entire kitchen in. When I say that, I mean enough for large dishes and whatnot for like someone that's running a actual like a business with cooking. Like it's a very big sink. As in this room as well, there's another metalled room that seems to close off by a metal door. As he gestures his head towards that door.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Is there anything you can tell us preliminary, or?
Be prepared.
Oh God. Well, we'll try. Do you know anything about the case? I know you just got here, but it seems to be a big deal.
Everything that's in the files, which
We have.
We have. Okay. Well, thanks. Gabe.
I'll be out here if you need me.
All right. I'll turn to Matthias and Ardeen. You guys gonna be okay?
You go first, and I'm gonna step behind you.
Understood. I'm gonna head into the morgue, or the area with the bodies being kept.
So as you open the metal door, you're immediately met with the lasting cold wind that seems to be retained in this small metal cube. As it's refrigerating a single bag that looks bodied shaped that's on top of a gurney in the center of this room.
We're kind of setting it up, huh? I want to look around before I immediately walk. Is there gloves anywhere? What kind of?
Before walking in here on the wall, there was a box of gloves.
All right, I'm gonna head back to that and put the gloves on.
I'm gonna grab a glove too.
They're latex and powdered, so you have that annoying powder on your hand now.
Oh. Oh.
That talcum. Ugh. All right.
In the room, is there anything? Sorry. Is there anything like a file or like something to look at other than the body in a bag?
A chart?
A chart.
You can just see that there's a chart where he was admitted. I'm seeing that he was brought in here around 5:50
Are we?
Is there a date?
today.
Oh, today. Okay. Sorry.
I hate to sound stupid, but do we know? Are we performing the autopsy?
No.
Okay.
You never told
Has it
me
al-
that.
Had a thought.
all right? Has it already been? No. Fuck it. Forget everything I'm
Haven't
saying.
opened it yet.
All right. I'm gonna walk up to the I'm gonna walk up to the bag, put my hand on the zipper, turn back to
Wait, does
them.
it say where the body was found? Do we know that?
Yes, you do.
This was the South District. Nobody knows who he is, guy, right?
Correct.
Okay, just kidding. Keep going.
So, as
Alright.
you unzip the bag,
Looking the other way. I'm not looking.
you turn to see Peyton. Why don't you describe who they see?
You see about he's about like 5 feet, real skin and bone. Actually, a lot more small skin and bone than what Oz was. Shaggy brown hair, and he had these round, like big round ears. These buck teeth that came down, and kind of what, like thin bristle whiskers that came across his cheeks. He was a mouse fauna. And he looked about the same age.
Same
about
age
the
as
same
us?
age. Yeah. Mid-20s. And on his they would have removed, like, he's got clothes, or he does no clothes. Okay, never mind. So, yeah, and on this wirely little body, like, it has like a, other than kind of the color it would attain on death. Was it once it had a paler complexion, so now it looks stark. Yeah, that's what
As you get in here, you can see that the time of death also reflects on his body, as it looks like he hasn't decomposed, but his color has definitely left him, and he's just a very stiff form. As you look at the corpse.
So, alright. I guess it's time for an investigation check. I'm going to thoroughly examine his body, like surface everything. I'm moving him around if I have to. So, here goes nothing. Could it be investigation or medicine?
Depends on what you're trying to look for. What are you trying to look for?
I want to look for cause of death and anything unique to his body other than being a faunus.
Facing the wall, I'm gonna say, don't forget to look for the dart. Does he have a dart? I'm not looking unless I have to, so.
You know what? Then all right. I guess I'll investigate for cause of death, the dart, all that kind of stuff.
Go ahead.
Investigation then?
Correct.
All right. Fuck.
If you say you need help, I will help, but I'm not gonna look unless someone tells me.
How's I guess I don't want to ask Matthias. Kind of rude. Yeah. Ardeen, I am gonna need a little help. I'm sorry.
Taking
Deep
a
breath.
huge breath.
Deep breath. Steel yourself. You can do this. We need to get to the bottom of this.
And I'm gonna look also. I'm gonna look for like cause of death and the dart and see if it's the same as the other guy. Zzz. So is that that's also an investigation? Nope.
You're looking at him, and you look in similar areas to where you saw the dark before, but you don't seem to see anything here that pertains to his death, or possibility of that one.
Does he have any like scars or like weird?
Actually, yeah, I was gonna say at that
markings
point,
or
then I wanna do a full body like physical. I want to turn him over, check for rigor mortis, check for all that kind of stuff, see if he was emaciated.
I already described that earlier. Yeah, he has rigor mortis.
Okay.
He's nice and stiff.
Does he have any like scars or marks or something like that?
Outside of things that probably have been old and ridden through his life, no, it doesn't seem like there's anything additive.
But it looks like he's been in like a scrap or two throughout his life. Is that what you said?
Yes, he looks like a South Districtor. Is that what you're asking?
No! You said he has things from his life. You said he has things from his life. So I was assuming it meant scars from the past.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just assuming that Ardeen was being classist again.
She's total bourgeoisie.
Yep.
So there's no.
But yes, it looks like scars that's gone throughout his life that he has on him.
This is gonna seem. I don't know. I feel like this sounds kind of dumb. Is there some kind of forensics team? For any, like, can I take forensic stuff like clean under his fingernails? Maybe take a strand of hair like bag it.
Basically, that's what you've done with your investigation. You're trying to figure out what you can find.
Oh, okay.
What is Matthias doing?
Just outside the door.
Oh. We need help, Breathe.
Can I call out to Gabe? He doesn't have to come in, but I was gonna call out. How did you? Or maybe it's on the chart. You know what? Forget Gabe. I'm gonna go turn to Ardeen, who I assume is still holding the chart. How did they find him like this? Like, is there anything on there that says like what he was wearing, where they found him?
As you look on there, it seems like all his belongings that he had was requested and taken by another unnamed individual.
It doesn't say anything about the other person?
It says John Doe.
But no ID, no nothing. So, wait, so all his personal belongings were picked up?
Correct.
Someone that they don't know the name of, and they don't know the name of this guy. So they could have been
John
completely
Doe,
unrelated.
So John Doe picked up stuff from the John Doe? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
That's annoying.
That's weird. Like, they could have no relation, and someone just wanted to take the dead guy's stuff.
Noticing that, I want to call to Gabe. Do you just? Is it normal policy to hand out personal belongings of a deceased John Doe?
No. From what I heard, that particular case, for some reason, the officer that has already long since been fired released the materials to some bearded guy on premise that he just really liked the guy and trusted him for some reason.
What was the attending officer?
His name was Thomas.
So he just kind of letting that happen? You just kind of gave him the belongings?
He He said that the guy he was talking to just seemed really genuine and charismatic for some reason.
Is there any way we could talk to Thomas? Like, do you have a home address, maybe?
I believe he's taking up residence in the Southern District now.
Oh.
Okay. Did he describe the man who took the belongings at all?
Very lithe. Strong blue eyes. And a scruffy beard.
Alright.
That sounds like like Ost, right? I think so. No one? Okay.
No, I thought Ost was clean shaven.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well,
Maybe that's something you should have took notes on.
well,
Can Ost not tell me if he's freaking clean shaven? Like, is
based
that
on
not-
the picture, the reference picture, that sounds like them. That's all I can go off. Okay. Well,
supposed to take notes on my companions? I would assume the reference picture like looks like them.
yeah.
Well, that's not always the case, because we can't have exactly what we want to look like in pictures we don't make.
That's why you should draw your pictures. There's nothing else we could look at.
No,
We
yeah,
got
we
nothing. Reeve, I got nothing.
yeah, I'm drawing up a blank also. I'm going to at that. I guess I'll just zip up the bag again. And
While you're doing that, I want to walk to Matthias and be like, you good? You don't want to come help? Can't help. That's fine.
No.
Just checking.
The guy that he's talking about sounds a lot like Ost.
That's what I thought too. I just wasn't really sure.
excuse me, guys. I have to take a call real quick. I'm really sorry. Like Reeves putting the stuff away and walks out of the morgue. Sorry,
Bye.
I'll be right back.
Well,
Hello?
I wonder if he knows we could hear him. Well, so I'm assuming Reeve put everything away.
That's what he said, yeah.
Yeah, take off all the glove that I had and like try to shake off the dead peopleness. And I'm gonna go wash my hands like so thoroughly.
Yeah,
Where
you
you're like
lather up and almost take a bath in the sink while you're washing down.
Like
As-
full on like sturgeon scrubbing.
Sorry. Oh God, real life.
As you're doing that, the camera kind of watches over your shoulder as Matthias is just like looking at you and then looking back towards the body. And just like eyes filled with empathy and just like shaking his head as Reeve comes in, walking past Matthias, looking down at him, then back towards Ardeen as the camera just like locks on over Matthias' shoulder as the door slowly closes as the light in the room turns off in the frozen area. And as the door closes, we're gonna go and take our second break.
Ah! We're gonna die.
Alright, thank you guys for watching. We're gonna take our second break here, be back in about 10-15, and then continue on with the last part of this week's game. So, see you guys then. Peace.